and tell them all the secrets of what you're working on in the laboratory. And he'll come up to me and he'll say, I have something for that, something for this. You want to just salt their oats a little bit and tell them how hard you're working.
Well, you know, thank you for exciting all of us. I mean, tonight really ignited me. So I was thinking maybe should I take a plane earlier and get my work done, and no.
You deserve a few days off. It makes you more creative.
We have a lot of things around the corner for you guys. You know, we have an excellent start. You know that. But you ain't seen nothing yet. We'll begin January 1st, 2010.
Dr. Peter Matravis, thank you so much. An amazing person. He has so many patents. He's worked with 2 or 3 other companies, and every one of them tripled in growth because of this man's talent. Do we not have a lot to look forward to? Absolutely. We're on the march to become a $2 billion company, and that's only because of you. You deserve that. And imagine where your business is right now and how you're going to feel when Arbonne is a $2 billion company. When our new CEO came on board, I didn't know her goals for the company, and she didn't know mine, and we got together and found out in front of each other there was $2 billion. So there's synergy there, and there's a real vortex of excitement. I forgot to introduce the most important person in my life, my husband of, well, I'm not going to say how many, it was my high school sweetheart, so you can do the math. If David Davenport would please stand up, the wind beneath my wings. You have no idea what a mentor he has been, and it's incredible to have somebody that you're in love with that helps you in raising your kids and now grandchild, and it's, I'm so grateful, and the best part of my life. So thank you, sweetheart, darling, I love you. Now, I want to give you a call to action. I want you to remember what this night is like.
Listen to the lady.
And you know, Arbonne is about memories. You can have possessions in your life, and you know, I had an experience once where my house burned down, and when you come home and you see all of your stuff out in the driveway that the firemen, you know, have drug out and everything, those firemen are really tough. Do we have any firemen in the room, by the way? I mean, if we have any firefighters, as women do this now, would you stand up? Okay. And see what I mean? They all look good, they work out, they're all buff. Yep, they all look good. But when you see everything out there, you realize that it's just stuff. And I have never seen a hearse with a U-Haul behind it. Have you? So you put things in perspective when things are damaged or ruined, and you realize that what's important are the friendships that we have. The old are gold and the new are silver. And the time that we have together is so precious. I had a chance to interview Dr. Billy Graham once, and he says now in his 90s, the things that amazes him most about life is the brevity of it. And I think it's the experiences that we have together that we will carry in our heart forever. You have raised the bar in the direct sales industry and in network marketing by your performance, by your savvy, by your professionalism, by what you do. So give yourself a round of applause for what you've done. I used to say that someday you will say, I hate to brag, but I sell Arbonne. And indeed, you have outdone that expectation, because people in the industry, they'll compare their product and they'll say, well, it's sort of like the Arbonne products, or it's sort of like Arbonne this and sort of Arbonne that, and you have set the standard. And the call to action that I have is that, how many of you are coming to Areas in Paradise? Would you stand up? The ones that are going to be at my house in February, that is our house, but our house in February for Areas in Paradise. If you ever have a chance to hear ENVP Kathy Lutz talk about when she went to Areas in Paradise, and she's one of our top performers, that it changed her business life, it changed her life, it raised the expectation that she had for her Arbonne career. So that's the reason we're having this special event. Now, we have extended the qualifications, so I thought was such a good time, and you can do this. You still have time to qualify. I went area in 4 months. I hate to brag, but it's true. In 4 months, Dizzy Dean says it's not bragging if it's true, but I didn't hear him say it, but they told me he said. But you can still do it, and you can still get 3 districts promoted from your central, and you can be there too. So a lot more of you will be there if you go home with this commitment to yourself that you don't want to miss it. Now, some of you have already won the trip to New York and the shopping spree at Tiffany's. Would you stand up if you've already qualified? Because some of you have told me that you have won this already, and that is great. That is great. You want to know what restaurant, what play we're going to. We're going to have so much fun. You're going to get to go to Tiffany's. I'm telling you, this you husbands ought to know. You should be very grateful to Arbonne for what we do. You know that. All this jewelry stuff, you know, they say that diamonds is Viagra for women. But we're going to go to Tiffany's and have a great time looking at all the beautiful things at Tiffany's. But you can do this if you decide you're going to do it. Our next NTC is all about believing. How many of you questioned, wondered, would it be possible for you to win this trip? No, you knew you were going to win it, or you wouldn't be here right now. How many knew you were going to win it when it was announced? You see what I mean? It's the power of belief. And the Bible says, as ye believeth, and when you decide right now, the world steps aside for the person that knows where they're going. Barbara Streisand says the planets line up. Of course, I don't know how she knows that much, but she says the planets line up when you decide that you're going to do something. But the commitment, when you decide I'm going to the next level in my business. Do you think I got into Arbonne wondering, well, let's see, think I can do this? We reckon I ought to do this. I came in and I said, okay, how long does it take to get district? How long does it take to get area? How long does it take to get to region? We didn't have national. I think Donna Johnson, where are you, Donna? Donna was our first national vice president. Certainly not our last. Where are you, Donna? Donna was my upline national vice president. But I never doubted it. And when I look at you, I see your greatness. And you don't see what I see. See, I believe that we need to love what is, and I believe that we need to look at each other and see one another's greatness. But you know what? You don't see your greatness until you start loving, you know, yourself. You don't see other people's greatness. So I want you to give yourself permission to appreciate what you did to get here and to be proud of that. And I think that you need to realize you are adored by other people, and you need to be a person that feels worthy of all of this, because we know you're worthy of it. We know how hard you're working. So when you go back home, ask yourself, where do I see myself in 5 years? Do you see yourself lined up here like our national vice presidents? Do you see yourself lined up here? No, you don't. You didn't fall that much. You don't see it yet. You don't see it yet. You know, you don't see it yet. Now you do. Now you're starting to see it. Because I think it's Wayne Dyer that says believing is seeing. And when you believe it, you will see yourself at the top of Arbonne, when you believe it. But this is something that I can't do for you, but you can go away tonight. You're here to get ideas from each other. One idea can change your life. One idea can make you a multi-millionaire. Do you realize that? Aristotle Onassis said if he had his life to live over again, he'd do one thing different. He'd hang around rich people sooner. Now, I don't think he meant just rich materially, because some of the poorest people I know have a lot of money, but rich in knowledge and rich in love and rich in enthusiasm, the true riches that money cannot ever buy. But the rich, because he said, you know, a rich person will throw away more ideas in a day's time by how to earn a lot of money than a poor person will ever have. And by the way, I have a girlfriend that married a very wealthy man, and for a wedding present, he gave her a brand new Rolls Royce. And she came to take me out to lunch in it, and she said, Rita, I know that you were raised in poverty, and you didn't have inside plumbing. I know about all that. Rita, did you ever think you would get to ride in a Rolls Royce? And I looked at her and I said, well, not in the front seat. She never mentioned it the rest of the time we were together. But that's, again, an example of you taking what you do seriously. Don't take yourself seriously because you're going to mess up. But take what you do seriously. Do you know you are changing the lives of so many people? Do you know that the reason that you are succeeding and doing what you're doing is to impact the world? And if corporate America ever embraced what we do for a living in Arbonne, which we only succeed when we help others succeed. What a concept. Wouldn't that be great if all the world decided that you succeed when you help other people succeed? And you're doing that. And you will be, how many is going to be at NTC as you believe? We're going to be believing all over you at NTC. We're going to have the best meeting, best recognition, the best training, and you need to invest in yourself. Benjamin Franklin said, empty the coins from your purse into your mind, and your mind will fill your purse overflowing. What he said was to invest in yourself. You've done that. You've made a commitment. You're setting a pace. The speed of the leader is so important. You're setting a pace for other people to have more, to be more, to do more, to learn more, so that you can earn more, and then you can share more. Exactly right. What is my job? And what's your job? Don't you ever forget that. Congratulations for being here